Hi, I'm Oroscia L.
And I'm Joe Amichia.
And you've now tuned in to Living in the Moment with Let Us Live magazine. Hello, representing Let Us Live magazine, I'm your host, Oroscia L. Today we are officially living in the moment. We have the pleasure of sitting with actor Joe Amichia. Let's see what he's been up to. Follow me.
So many roses grown. I took the blame for you. I guess I was the fool. You used to sleep through notes in class. I blinked my eye and laughed. Those days went by so fast. Can you take this pain away? Lately I don't think I'll see another day. Meet me on this ride and we'll go skirt the way. Sunny days and rainy shade. I go battle.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Let Us Live magazine, Living in the Moment. I'm your host, Oroscia L, and today we have the pleasure of sitting with Joe Amichia. You've seen him on BTV, you've seen him on CBS, and today he's living in the moment with LUL. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good, feeling blessed.
Yes, feeling blessed.
Man.
Love to hear it. Well, let's get right into it. For your fans, for everyone who's watching, who is Joe Amichia?
Joe Amichia. Okay, Joe Amichia is a young black man in America. He's come from a background in civil engineering. Played basketball growing up. Things didn't work out. Now, transition to acting, entertainment industry. So, also a guy who has a family background from Ghana, West Africa. So many layers. I have one little brother. Yeah, that's all I can say about me right now.
Okay, very nice. Listen, you said a lot though, so let's kind of dig a little deeper. So obviously you're an actor. Kind of tell me how you got your start.
Acting. Okay, how I got my start is funny. Craigslist, right? I responded to a casting call on there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a casting call for a short film, and I was in college. I remember like yesterday. It was actually 2014.
Okay.
I was like, okay, silent film. That's what it was. So let me just try it out. I always wanted to do it, just see how it is. They actually responded to me. I was like, okay, this thing might be real. Got on set, read a couple lines. Well, okay, and that's how I got started.
Nice. So you said you're originally from Ghana.
I was born here with my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go to kind of travel back often?
Not right now. I'm trying to go like December.
Yeah.
Yeah, December. That's like when pretty much the highlight. I know they had like the Euro return 2019.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a big
everybody was
deal.
going there.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm really trying to go there, see all the family. Got like 2,360 cousins.
Right.
Yeah, I need to go see them.
Right. So in terms of, since obviously that is kind of where your family has originated,
Yeah.
what has been your experience in terms of kind of living in America,
Yeah.
and also if you were to kind of compare it to Ghana, because some people haven't even got the opportunity to go there and visit, so I have to ask.
That's a good question. Actually, it's like living in America is so many opportunities. With social media, we got so many outlets. So I say living in America is like you don't control your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? The only God can reveal what He wants to do for you. But, like in Ghana, it's kind of limited opportunities. They're growing and things like that with technology, but definitely here in America is where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how did you know kind of acting is what you wanted to do?
I'll say when I was 13, like I used to always watch movies and I would mimic it.
Okay.
Like, my little brother would just
Really?
kind of act it out. I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay, see me doing this one day. I don't know how I'm gonna break into the industry, but you know what I'm saying?
But you did.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
been good so far.
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the best moment that you've had in your career so far.
Best moment. Dig deep. Best
Take your
moment.
time. Take your time.
Best moment so far. I'll say be on CBS 46 TV News out here in Atlanta. Better Mornings America, because it was the best moment because they told me like, okay, we're doing this modeling segment, but they didn't give me the full detail until I went on set. Like, oh yeah, CBS. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
We're here.
Glad I got a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those like unpredictable moments, but it's also the best moment.
Mm-hmm.
Still pure natural and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
What about WeTV?
WeTV was good too. I had to take the shirt off. Yeah. All up. I think the ladies enjoyed that, but it was real fun. It just really got me out my shell. pretty much being in the industry, you kind of lose your shyness. You do open up eventually. Yeah.
So what advice do you have for kind of those young, aspiring actors? They're seeing you on, as you mentioned, CBS. They're seeing you on WeTV, even this interview, right? What advice do you have for them to get started?
Just keep going. You can keep going daily. Every day, try to get better. If you got the naysayers, it can be anybody from your family, as close as much as you might love them. Don't listen to them. They might try to get in the way. But just keep going because you got to think about your legacy, your future. It's like we live in a microwave society where we want instant gratification. People got to think, 5, 10, 20 years, just see yourself where you're going. So just keep going. Just try to have a good support group if you can. And always believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Would you say that you have a good support group?
Yeah, so right now, it took a while to get there, but I got a few good people. They support me very well. They give me the honest feedback, constructive criticism.
Okay.
Even if I don't want to hear it, but I know I need to hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how we all grow.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do have to ask, kind of, when you're not having your absolute best day, right? How do you motivate yourself?
What I do, I'll probably say I take a nap. So like a little 15, 30-minute nap.
Okay.
So it's kind of like just release my mind, and also I like to meditate. Yeah.
Like a power nap.
Yeah.
Got it.
Power nap. There's just something about just sleeping. You just let God, the universe, just kind of just mellow and chill out.
Yeah.
And talk to you.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then as you're kind of doing power naps and you're kind of motivating yourself, I also saw on Instagram that you seem to be kind of a very big fitness buff as well. Tell me a little bit about what that means to you.
So fitness, I'll say, your body's like a car. You got to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? They kind of go hand in hand. But fitness, what it means to me is like, America is growing. People are starting to wake up, see what we eat, what they put in our food. So fitness just means like, even if you're not like Arnold Schwarzenegger buff, just try to do something simple like push-ups. Everybody has different levels, of course. Drink water. Just staying good, looking good for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, long term.
Especially now, right? In the era of COVID, it's obviously important to take care of yourself regardless. But I think, and maybe you'll agree, right? In 2020, it was almost like the biggest wake-up call that you really ultimately have to take care of yourself.
Right.
So speaking of that, how did 2020 kind of affect you? Can I ask that?
Yeah, 2020, See, it affected me because, I was deemed as an essential worker. I had to get outside acting and went back to my trade, civil engineering.
Okay.
So I had to work, unfortunately. I was like, I couldn't take a break. Okay, but it's good. I'm still thankful and grateful for just having a job.
Yes.
Because a lot of people looking for jobs. Still now. So as far as during the pandemic, I'll say it just woke me up as being alone sometimes. I think a lot of us, we all so used to being around family and friends, traveling, doing different events. But you get time to just be alone, sit with yourself. I read books, I also listen to audiobooks, self-development. Just always trying to just work on the mind.
So you have a quote on your Instagram, and you correct me if I'm not saying it correctly, but I think it said, start unknown, finish unforgettable.
Yeah.
Tell me kind of exactly what that means to you.
Start unknown, finish unforgettable. So what that means to me is basically exactly what it said. Like when you start off, it's like, we live in a world like most people, they just want to shoot to the top so fast.
Yeah.
Everybody got to know, even your favorite actor, Denzel Washington, Samuel Jackson, they was acting for years. And they didn't really get onto their 30s and 40s. But our generation, we want it so bad, we don't get it, kind of bummed out.
Right.
People got to understand, like the late, great Nipsey Hussle said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So keep going with it. What that quote means is just, don't worry about the start, it's about how you finish.
What's your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal, I'll say, acting. Ultimate goal. I'll say to work alongside Idris Elba. I do look up to him. Yeah, actor.
Nice.
Yeah. He definitely draw the audience.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Have a double chocolate. You know what I'm saying?
Double chocolate.
You know what I'm saying? I really look up to him. I like him.
Right.
So persona, the swag, personality. But I'll be like a dream role work with him. There's a lot I can name. Just off the top of my head, I say Idris Elba. Who else? Kofi Cerebral. He's also in Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like these guys.
Very nice. Would you say that your career thus far fulfills you?
Yeah, definitely fulfills me for where I'm at right now. I can always do more and keep being better, but I'm just thankful in the moment what I have now. I just always open ears, listen more than I speak. You know what I'm saying? Because we got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that's a ratio we should use them. A lot of people can get farther in life and just listen a little bit. Yeah.
How did you learn that? What moment in life kind of taught you to live more than you speak? That's a powerful statement.
Yeah. I say pretty much my parents, my mom and dad, just seeing them, just watching them, how they stood together, and how much patience.
Good for them.
Yeah. Patience. I just learned just growing up. Of course, we all can be hard-headed as kids some point in our lives, but just listen to them, even though you don't want to listen. Just taking the advice and apply where it need to be. Yeah.
Wow, and you said your parents are still together. That's gonna ask how many years?
Let's see. That's coming up on 35 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 86. Yeah.
What do you think they would say, just since we're here, what do you think that they would say in terms of advice? What have you watched them mirror for you?
As far as advice, I would say they'll say, problems and all your pain don't last forever. Yeah, a lot of people, it's something that I think everybody just working on, even myself, is like, you might be bummed out. I don't know, let's say you failed your test today in school. Just know that it's just in this moment, just don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, so learn how to just don't dwell on things too long.
Okay. So what would you say kind of ultimately sustains you? You've mentioned kind of your power naps. You mentioned meditation. But if we had to really get into the depths, right, of Joe Amichia, what would you say really sustains you?
What sustains me is just trying to just keep. I'm all about inspiration and motivation. I always know somebody is looking. I don't have an offspring right now, but future offspring, my kids. I just want them to, they're gonna mimic everything a parent does. Just keep in mind that someone's always watching. You never know who's watching. Just try to keep your energy, your spirits up, stay upbeat. Somebody might be in Australia, they might have a bad week. They just looking to you. You never know. They might not hit like or something. They just like watching stuff, but somebody's always looking.
Absolutely.
So just keep going.
Absolutely, definitely got to keep going. So, in kind of continuing to keep going, what's next for you?
What's next for me? Tom Ferris, look out for me. I'm waiting for your call. What's next for me is definitely want to get some of his roles. He has a lot of stuff coming out here in Atlanta. I said that's next for me. Looking forward to working with him sometime. Yeah, and just pretty much just being open what comes my way.
Absolutely. And just to be clear, Tyler Perry, again, that message was for you.
Yes.
Absolutely. So something that I definitely heard you mention, I want to double back a little bit. Civil engineer.
Yeah.
Listen, he's good looking and he's smart. Tell me about that.
Okay, so my parents growing up, they were real strict, you know what I'm saying? African parents, they're just a stickler for just use your brain, education. Go to school and that. But so I always been good with math. I love math numbers, you know what I'm saying? And I just pretty much going to college, I was I need to find something to do, and I just stumbled across civil engineering. Many engineering, but civil engineering just stood out to me. That's why I did that, because it's always a job in the industry.
Wow, that's a big deal. Like you don't hear that every day.
Yeah, most definitely. Like right now they might have stop and traffic right now on the highway. That's them out there.
Absolutely. What kind of passion does that evoke for you, just being a civil engineer alone?
It just gives me, just work my brain cells, just being out on the road. I know it's not one of those jobs where it's like real stagnant. It's an opportunity to grow.
Absolutely.
Be mobile, moving around, being on the work site, do construction, the road, bridges, pretty much the whole nine. Just building foundation,
Yes.
Applies to it,
The foundation to help out with all this Atlanta traffic.
Oh yeah. Just talking about that.
How long have you lived in Atlanta?
I lived here my whole life.
Wow. Okay. Very nice. Atlanta's been treating you right then?
It's good. Definitely I like to get out every now and then, but it's treating me right.
I do have to ask, since it's almost kind of like it feels the Black Mecca, the Black Hollywood, what does that do for you, right, in terms of being able to walk on set and see, Black actors, such as yourself, Black film producers? What does that do for you?
It just shows how great that Atlanta is improving and how it's growing and how it's starting to be appreciated more for what we can do. Hollywood's also be Hollywood, it's also be there, but it's a great feeling though that Atlanta is like like they classify as a number 2 now. So we're coming up, and it's a good feeling to say, oh, I was born and raised here too. Like the movie said, just down the street. Yeah.
That's a big deal, right? And again, we mentioned it kind of, joking, halfway joking / serious. But in terms of Tyler Perry and his studio being here, that's huge, right?
Yeah, big time.
And I mean, this man is kind of producing shows like left and right.
Yeah.
But it's such an inspiration, for everyone.
Exactly.
Including just actors such as yourself, for just kids, anyone to be able to look up to say, I can do that too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so growing up, who would you say kind of did that for you? I've heard you mention Idris, you mentioned Denzel, obviously Nipsey as well.
Yeah.
Who did that for you growing up?
As far as acting, I'll say Will Smith, his story, like how he was saying, like, everybody knows he started out as a rapper, but he was saying, like, I don't know how it transpired, but he was basically, I think Quincy Jones just called him in, like, hey, man, you gonna get this role now or not? You got 10 minutes to decide. It was life changing. If he didn't decide, we probably wouldn't know who he is. Just knowing Will Smith, just another rapper. But now look at him as Boston too big actor. It just teaches me that, hey, sometimes we might not be ready, but you got to get on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You never know the moment.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. So I know that you're familiar, it seems like kind of Atlanta, especially in your realm, right, of celebrities, it's kind of a smaller world. I believe that you had the opportunity to work with Rod Minger, who we just had the opportunity to interview, as well as, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but Brian White, actor as well. Can you tell me about those experiences?
Yeah, meeting Brian White on the set of Dear Frank, that was like November 2019.
Yeah.
He's actually, I see he just has that good boldness. So he has not just longevity in acting, but just in life. I think he mentioned that how he took ballet to help footwork. Wow. That incorporates into acting, I guess, just more, I'll say, flexibility. But just meeting these people like Brian White, I ain't gonna chat with him a lot, but just a few minutes, I definitely see that he's definitely a seasoned professional. Yeah.
What about with Rod?
Okay, that Rod, like, what we call, man, Rod, that guy.
Hilarious. I can't do it like him.
Hilarious. He's always events, so there you go. Who's gonna stop me?
Yes, he's great.
Rod, I mean, okay, who's on the set, supposed to, work. The film was like kind of in the works, it's been delayed, but I know just being around him, his energy, he's definitely one of those, like, if you sleep, he's like, oh, you awake, man, what's up, man, ready to go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's all right, but he's definitely cool.
Absolutely. So I would be remiss, right? I feel like if I didn't ask, obviously you are a smart man, right? Because you are a fan of the Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But just in kind of getting to know you and going, deeper with, if I may, with the passing of Kobe Bryant. How did that affect you?
It affected me a lot. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Basketball player, I ain't liking some games. It used to be my favorite team at the time, the Spurs. But I just look at the outside of basketball, it's just entertainment. I look at him as a man, like what he stood for, the Mamba mentality. Yeah. He basically gave that, like, no matter how you feeling, because he was always in pain, always had injuries, but he kept fighting. Yeah. So it affected me a lot, just the fact that, man, this guy, it's like tomorrow's promised to no one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just show you just cherish and love the people around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What legacy do you hope to leave the world? Take your time. It's okay.
God, legacy to leave the world.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just say when it's all said and done, I just want to know that Joe Amichia, as a man who always, every day, just try to get better daily. I'll say, as far as legacy, I think what comes into that is what to leave my future offspring, children. I say I definitely mold them into entrepreneurship. How the world's changing, because like they can't inherit a job, but they can always inherit your business. They might not like the industry, but if you have capital and funds to fund them whatever they want to be in their career, you can show them the blueprint. Just discipline them right. Yes, you really hit on their shoulders. But I think legacy is all about just helping people. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say, it's like an elevator to success. You make it and you send the elevator back down and bring them back up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you've mentioned offspring kind of a few times. May I ask? I'm sure the ladies want to know. Do you have someone special in your life?
Right now, yes, I'm dating a young lady right now.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Listen, I won't go too much deeper.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. We'll leave it at that. But there is a lucky lady out there.
Yeah, that's right?
Very nice.
Yeah.
So then speaking of kind of, kids and offspring, how many would you want to have?
Let's see. I'd like to have three.
Three.
If I could have boy, girl, boy, or girl, boy, girl, that
Yeah.
order, that'd be dope.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
there's
Okay.
something about just being a middle child and having girl, boy, girl. It's like a middle can look up and look down.
Yeah. I'm a middle child too,
Yeah,
so
you're
that
a
works
middle
out.
child?
I understand.
Okay.
I definitely understand.
Understand.
So with that being said, then kind of your fans. We've talked about your legacy, but if you had the opportunity, as you do now, right, to speak to every single one of your fans, what's the biggest thing that you would want them to know?
I want to know that, of course, Instagram, social media is me, but it just gives off an illusion. But I'm glad an interview like this get to see the realness outside of just likes and comments, because we do get tied into a number of likes defines a person's popularity, but you gotta look at people behind what they post, because everybody's not really excited and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just want them to show them, hey, you see the natural, the raw realness. This ain't no script or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the thing. If you just like how I got this interview with LUL magazine, is that hey, just a DM away, comments. I do reach out, I do communicate, talk to everybody. Engagement is big, because like I said before, everybody's always watching. Never know who you're gonna check out. So yeah.
Well said. I do want to know kind of what's that like, right? What does it feel like to kind of be a celebrity? You're a recognizable celebrity.
Yeah.
20,000 followers. What's that life feel like? Does it get overwhelming sometimes?
It can do. It can do. Yeah, it can definitely. Dang, how did I get this number from? It just grows, without, it just grows on something, just post something, just, we live in a world of hashtags, shares, and things like that. You never know, just a post away from going viral.
Right.
But the overwhelming part gets overwhelmed, like, sometimes the DMs, sometimes people, they can send stuff, like, ain't really, like, business related or, try to propel your career. So it's like, okay, I'll look at those later.
Yeah.
Ain't talking about nothing, but, it can't get overwhelmed, but it doesn't stop me consuming too much. I just filter out just the important stuff. Yeah.
Good. You seem to have a very focused mind. And you probably attribute that to kind of your childhood.
Yes.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah,
I feel like working kind of in the industry, you definitely have to be grounded, right? You have to kind of mention what sustains you, but you have to take care of yourself.
Right.
Which is why it stood out to me even more so in terms of your health and fitness. Just because I think just on your IG page alone, that's inspiration to say, you're doing all of these things, but hey, take care of yourself.
Exactly.
In every sense of the word, right? So good for you.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Well, it has certainly been a pleasure to sit with you today. Absolutely.
We're grateful.
Yes, no, thank you. It's been good. Again, I'm Oroscia L, your host for Living in the Moment with Let Us Live magazine. Until next time, thank you.
So many roses born. I took the blame for you. I guess I